Welcome back to Past and the Present, where we explore the stories behind some of the most iconic inventions, events, and people in history. Today, we're diving into the fascinating tale of how blue jeans came to be, thanks to the innovative minds of Levi Strauss and Jacob Davis. Our story begins in the mid-19th century during the California Gold Rush. Levi Strauss, a Bavarian immigrant, arrived in San Francisco in search of opportunities. He set up a dry goods business supplying essential items like clothing and other goods to miners. One of Strauss's regular customers was Jacob Davis, a talented tailor from Reno, Nevada. Davis frequently purchased cloth from Strauss for his tailoring business. But there was a problem that miners and laborers of that era faced. Their trousers couldn't withstand the rough conditions of their work. Traditional trousers tended to tear at points of strain, such as pockets and seams, making them unsuitable for heavy-duty use. Jacob Davis had a brilliant solution. He came up with the idea of using copper rivets to reinforce those high-stress areas. Rivets are small metal fasteners similar to nails used to hold pieces of material together. By adding rivets to the pockets and other weak points, Davis made the pants much more durable. Davis's reinforced pants quickly gained popularity, and he saw a significant business opportunity. However, he needed financial backing to secure a patent for his invention. This is where Levi Strauss came into the picture. Recognizing the potential, Strauss agreed to partner with Davis. Together, they applied for and received the U.S. patent number 1391221 on May 20, 1873. This patent covered the use of copper rivets to strengthen the pockets and seams of denim work pants. The invention of blue jeans with copper rivets had a massive impact. Initially designed for miners, these pants, known as waist overalls, became immensely popular among various labor-intensive occupations. Over time, blue jeans evolved into a fashion staple, transcending their workwear origins to become a symbol of casual style worldwide. This story illustrates how a simple yet innovative idea, combined with strategic partnership, can lead to a product that revolutionizes an industry and leaves a lasting legacy. It's now May 21st, 1968, and we're exploring the mysterious disappearance of the USS Scorpion, a nuclear-powered submarine lost with all hands. USS Scorpion was a skipjack-class nuclear-powered submarine in the United States Navy. Commissioned in 1960, it had a crew of 99 men and was designed for anti-submarine warfare and reconnaissance missions during the Cold War. In May 1968, the Scorpion was returning to its home port in Norfolk, Virginia, from a deployment in the Mediterranean. On May 21st, it was officially reported missing when it failed to arrive as scheduled. A search and rescue operation was launched, but initially, there were no signs of the submarine. After extensive searching, the wreckage of the USS Scorpion was found in October 1968 at a depth of about 11,000 feet on the seabed southwest of the Azores, an archipelago in the North Atlantic Ocean. The submarine was discovered in pieces indicating a catastrophic event led to its sinking. The exact cause of the Scorpion's sinking remains a subject of debate and investigation. Several theories have been proposed. Mechanical failure. One of the prevailing theories is that mechanical failure, such as battery explosion, led to the catastrophic sinking. Submarines have complex electrical systems, and a malfunction could have caused an explosion and subsequent flooding. Torpedo malfunction. Another theory suggests that a torpedo on board the Scorpion might have accidentally detonated. Submarines carry these torpedoes with explosive warheads, and an internal explosion could have caused the damage observed in the wreckage. Enemy action. Given the Cold War context, some speculated that the Scorpion might have been sunk by Soviet forces. However, no substantial evidence has been found to support this theory. Structural failure. The high-pressure environment of deep-sea operations puts immense stress on submarines' hulls. The structural failure due to this pressure cannot be ruled out. The USS Scorpion's loss is a poignant reminder of the dangers faced by submariners. Despite numerous theories, the exact cause of its sinking remains unresolved. The incident highlights the complexities and risks associated with deep-sea naval operations, particularly during the tense period of the Cold War. May 22nd brings us right into the middle of the 1998 Lewinsky Scandal and the significant legal ruling that United States Secret Service agents could be compelled to testify before a grand jury concerning the scandal involving President Bill Clinton. The Lewinsky Scandal was a major political event in the late 1990s involving then-President Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, a White House intern. The scandal broke out in January 1998 when the news surfaced about an alleged sexual relationship between Clinton and Lewinsky. Monica Lewinsky was an intern at the White House in 1995 and 1996. Allegations arose that she had an intimate relationship with President Clinton during this time. Clinton initially denied these allegations under oath. Independent counsel Kenneth Starr, who was originally investigating the Whitewater controversy, expanded his investigation to include the allegations of perjury and obstruction of justice related to Clinton's relationship with Lewinsky. Lewinsky provided critical evidence, including a blue dress stained with Clinton's DNA, which became a pivotal piece of evidence in the investigation. In 1998, a significant legal decision was made by a federal judge concerning the scope of testimony in the investigation. This decision revolved around whether United States Secret Service agents could be compelled to testify before a grand jury about the president's activities. The Secret Service is responsible for the protection of the president and other high-ranking officials. Agents are privy to the president's daily activities and movements, often being in close proximity during various interactions. The Clinton administration argued that compelling Secret Service agents to testify could compromise the confidentiality and security of the president. They claimed that agents would be less trusted if they could be forced to reveal information about the president's private life. The judge determined that the need for information in a legal investigation outweighed the concerns about compromising presidential security or confidentiality. The scandal led to the impeachment of President Clinton by the House of Representatives on charges of perjury and obstruction of justice. However, he was acquitted by the Senate and remained in office for the remainder of his term. Now we're delving into the lives and deaths of Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow, the notorious outlaws better known as Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow were notorious criminals during the Great Depression, known for their string of robberies and murders across the central United States. Their criminal activities made them infamous figures in American history. Bonnie Parker was born on October 1, 1910 in Rowena, Texas. She was a bright student, particularly fond of poetry and literature. She married at a young age, but was separated from her husband by the time she met Clyde. Clyde Barrow was born on March 24, 1909 in Ellis County, Texas. He came from a poor farming family and began his criminal career with petty theft before escalating to more serious crimes. Bonnie and Clyde met in Texas in 1930 and quickly became partners in crime as well as in life. They formed the Barrow Gang, which included several other criminals, and embarked on a series of violent robberies and murders from 1932 to 1934. Their targets included banks, small stores, and rural gas stations. The couple's ability to evade capture, combined with their romanticized image, garnered significant media attention. They were often depicted as modern-day Robin Hood and Maid Marian, though in reality their actions were far from noble. By early 1934, the law enforcement authorities were closing in on Bonnie and Clyde. Frank Hamer, a former Texas Ranger, was recruited to lead the manhunt. On May 23, 1934, Hamer's team set up an ambush on a rural road near Sales, Louisiana. They had learned that Bonnie and Clyde were likely to travel that route, and they prepared for a confrontation. The posse consisted of 6 lawmen: Hamer, B.M. Manny Galt, Bob Alcorn, Ted Hinton, Prentice Oakley, and Henderson Jordan. When Bonnie and Clyde appeared in their stolen Ford V8, the posse opened fire. The couple had little chance to react. The barrage of bullets left their car riddled with holes, and both Bonnie and Clyde were killed instantly. The deaths of Bonnie and Clyde marked the end of a bloody chapter in American crime history. Their bodies were taken to Dallas, Texas, where they were buried separately in their respective family plots. The story of Bonnie and Clyde has been immortalized in numerous books, films, and songs. The 1967 film Bonnie and Clyde, starring Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, became a cultural phenomenon and influenced the portrayal of anti-heroes in cinema. The ambush near Sales, Louisiana in 1934 was the culmination of a dramatic and deadly manhunt, bringing closure to one of the most infamous criminal sprees in American history. This next event is one that paved way to this video being made. Literally. May 24th marks IBM's iconic 1954 announcement of their vacuum tube electronic brain, a machine capable of performing 10 million operations per hour. This innovation marked a pivotal milestone in the evolution of modern computers. In the 1950s, computing technology was in its infancy. Early computers used vacuum tubes, electronic devices that controlled the flow of electricity in a circuit. These tubes were the predecessors of the transistors and integrated circuits found in later computers. The IBM machine referred to in the 1954 announcement is likely the IBM 701, also known as the defense calculator. It was IBM's first commercial scientific computer and was part of the company's effort to meet the growing demand for data processing during post-war era. Let's take a closer look at some of the key features of the IBM 701. Vacuum tubes. The IBM 701 used approximately 4,000 vacuum tubes. These were essential for switching and amplifying electronic signals, enabling the computer to perform calculations. Speed. The IBM 701 could perform about 10,000 operations per second, translating to roughly 36 million operations per hour. The announcement's figure of 10 million operations per hour might have been a conservative estimate or referred to a different operational context. Memory. The computer had a memory capacity of 2,048 words, with each word being 36 bits long. This memory was implemented using Williams tubes, an early form of electronic memory. Input-output. The IBM 701 utilized punch cards and a magnetic tape for input and output operations. This was standard for the era, as more advanced input-output devices had not yet been developed. The IBM 701 was primarily used for scientific calculations, defense applications, and research. The 1954 announcement by IBM of their vacuum tube electronic brain was a landmark event in the history of computing. The IBM 701 represented a major technological advancement, offering unprecedented computational power and efficiency. It laid the groundwork for future development of computers, moving from vacuum tubes to transistors and ultimately to the integrated circuits we use today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of this week. How will your week go down in the pages of history? Will you invent something being highlighted in 20, 50, or even 100 years later? Join in the discussion in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more historical insights from past and the present. Check out last week's video here.